Good day, everyone. This is Alvin again from the Philippines, and today we are going to talk about my top 15 post-arrival favorites for Miss Earth 2019. So we have already witnessed the arrivals of the contestants in the pageant, and yesterday they were also introduced in the press where everyone speaks about themselves, introduce themselves, and of course talk about their advocacies. And before we talk about my top 15, let me just say that I really have to commend the Miss Earth organization simply because from the time that the ladies arrive in the pageant, all the events started right away. It only shows that it seems that they never run out of activities for all these ladies. They've been very busy visiting schools, doing cleanups, planting trees. I mean, every activities are all related to the advocacies and to the mission of the Miss Earth organization. So kudos to that really, really good job for all the ladies and of course to the organization as well. So let's begin my top 15, my first impression after their arrival. Of course, there are still many factors that could change this in the future. Well, anyway, let's start. My number 15 is South Africa. Nazia Wadee. She looked better than I expected. Plus, her speech during the presentation was outstanding. You can easily say that she is an intelligent woman. Again, just like what I always say, she is one of the hardest working candidates this year. And with her quality right now, I am hoping that she will be consistent all throughout the competition and get that placement for her country. My number 14 is Korea. I may not be a huge fan of hers prior to arrival and not a big fan of hers still. However, it cannot be denied that she looked well and she spoke very, very well during the presentation. Even I myself was very impressed with her to the point that I really applauded her after her presentation. She was confident and very firm with her message, which is really, really great. My number 13 is England. Stephanie Wyatt, one of the freshest faces in the competition. She looked great during the presentation and as one of my favorites prior to arrival. Seeing her do well, speak well, and exceeding my expectation made me very happy as a supporter of her. My number 12 is Portugal. Bruna Silva. Prior to arrival, she was a little bit on and off, in and out of my list. However, during the presentation, although I am not a fan of what she wore, I think she looked great and she is so confident as well. She speaks very well and delivered a great message. I think she could potentially pull a continuous placement for her country. She may not place as high as Telma Madeira last year, but I believe she has the capacity and the capability to pull another placement for her country. My number 11 is Spain. Sonia Hernandez. She looked like a sweetheart during the presentation. Loved her face, loved her dress, and loved her overall styling. She is making a statement that she is going to come very, very strong. Plus, she also speaks beautifully, and that's a plus point for her. My number 10 is Croatia. Nera Nikolic, she's one of the biggest surprise of the day. After arrival, I noticed her right away during the coastal cleanup where she was interviewed and she was very eloquent. She speaks very well and she looked beautiful as well, even with less makeup under the sun. And during the presentation, she actually proved that she is one of the candidates this year that should not be underestimated. And I'm very, very happy because Croatia is not getting a placement as often as other countries in Miss Earth. So this would be amazing if she could give her country a placement this year. My number 9 is Nepal. Riya Basnet. Nepal is such a pleasant surprise. Her presentation, her confidence, and her message was just so beautiful. Since arrival, she's also one of the candidates that has been consistent in delivering great photos everywhere. So applause to her. I think she could give Nepal another placement as well. So again, it all depends if she's consistent with her performance. My number 8 is Colombia, Yenny Carillo. She is one of the strong contender that we have this year. Even before the presentation, she's already looking great in many shots and many events. During the presentation, I really loved her confidence, and she speaks very, very well too. She's giving me that vibe, that Colombian vibe that we are getting from other contenders to other pageants, that they are coming really, really strong, and they're going to be a strong performer in this pageant as well. My number 7 is Ghana, Abena Akwaba. She's so sweet and so beautiful during the presentation. What I really loved about her during the presentation is how she started saying 3 Filipino words. Maganda, which means beautiful, mapagmahal, which means loving, and makakalikasan, which means earthly. I think that was such a great move, but at the same time, very, very sweet. So no wonder that the audience gave her a huge applause. She was also very firm when she speaks, and she was confident on stage. I am liking her very, very much, and I am hoping that she will perform well in this competition. Currently, she is my bet to be Africa's flag bearer in the Miss Earth 2019 pageant. My number 6 is Belarus, Alisa Manyonok. I am so happy that Belarus did not disappoint when she arrived. She is definitely the real-life Barbie in the competition. This super beauty certainly delivered. Plus, during the presentation, she speaks very, very well, and she was confident in speaking in public, which I did not expect at all, because prior to arrival, I really thought that she is just all about beauty and all about the styling. I really did not expect her to be very good in public speaking, but she truly proved me wrong, and that made me elevate her on my list, and now she is on my watch list as a possible winner of this edition as well. I would love to see, though, some more personality, but overall, she's going to be one of the strongest and one of the most beautiful candidates that we have this year. My number 5 is Venezuela, Michelle Roxana. Venezuela is one of the countries that is taking the Miss Earth competition very, very seriously. She looked amazing, and I am glad as well that she can speak and she was able to present herself beautifully. I have seen her in many photos that have been circulating online, and her figure is just insane. Very, very beautiful, great body. Confidence is there. Venezuela is coming strong again this year, and I'm expecting a possible top 8 or even top 4 for them this year. My number 4 is Philippines, Janelle T. Philippines got a strong fight again this year. After that presentation and after she started speaking, it can easily be determined that she is coming strong for the Philippines. Before, I thought she will only be good enough for a placement. Now, I am both in a bittersweet moment. I am very happy that she is performing so well, but as what I always say, I wanted to see a different country winning this year. But if she still wins, I have no choice but to accept it, as long as she will prove that she is a deserving winner. My number 3 is United States, Emanii Davis. This woman is a strong contender. Although I am not a huge fan of her styling during the presentation, but the way she speaks about herself and what she has done is just outstanding. She is also a sure front runner in this competition. I am not going to talk much about her because we have seen her in Miss USA, and she is outstanding, and she will nail it in this competition, and she is still in the running to win Miss Earth 2019. My number 2 is Puerto Rico, Nellys, Pimentel, and wow! Puerto Rico is so stunning during the presentation. I really love her dress, I love her styling, and everything about her look was just on point. She's commanding total attention when she speaks, and her message was strong as well. She undoubtedly made herself a strong competitor for this competition. I can see her as another potential winner this edition. And my number 1 post-arrival favorite for Miss Earth 2019 is India. Dr. Tejaswini Manogna. I am very, very happy for India because they are back in the running to win the title. First of all, she looked much, much better than I expected her to be. She looked fresh, she looked beautiful, and she has a very, very sweet aura, which I really love. Aside from that, her presentation and delivery of her message was also good, and I loved her personality. And of all the photos that I have seen of her, she is always nailing it, giving us that beautiful and sweet aura. And of course, another potential winner as Miss Earth 2019. This is going to be a very, very exciting competition. What do you think? Don't forget to leave your comments below. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and share the video as well. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe because you'll be seeing more of these videos in the future. So for now, thank you very much and have a wonderful day from the Philippines.